Your cat does not think you are its owner. That is a very human idea. A comforting fantasy we invented, so we could feel powerful while an 11-pound animal silently judges our furniture, our sleep schedule, and our inability to open wet food fast enough. But here's the strange part. Scientists who study cat behavior have found that cats may not see humans the way we think they do. They do not look at us like dogs look at us. They do not seem to treat us like pack leaders. They do not act like we are their masters. In fact, based on the way cats behave around humans, some researchers believe cats may treat us more like oversized, oddly shaped, mostly hairless cats. Large cats, clumsy cats. Cats with jobs, anxiety, and access to cans. Which means every time your cat stares at you from across the room, it may not be thinking, "There is my beloved owner." It may be thinking, "What is wrong with that cat?" And honestly, fair question. From your cat's point of view, you are confusing. You are huge, but bad at hunting. You control the food, but cannot hear the can being opened from 3 rooms away. You leave the house for mysterious reasons, then return smelling like outside, other humans, coffee, and mild disappointment. You sleep through the best hours of the night. You ignore perfectly good cardboard boxes, and somehow, your cat has decided to keep you. So today, we are going to break down how your cat actually sees you. Not how we want cats to see us. Not the internet version where every cat is secretly plotting world domination, although some are definitely giving off management energy. We are going to look at cat psychology, communication, attachment, body language, and the strange social contract between humans and cats. Because your cat's opinion of you is probably stranger, funnier, and more emotional than you think. Let's start with cats and dogs. Dogs were shaped by humans for thousands of years to work with us. They hunted with us, guarded us, herded livestock, followed commands, looked at us for direction. Dogs basically saw humans and thought, "This seems like a stable career path." Cats did something different. Ancient humans stored grain. Grain attracted rodents. Rodents attracted wildcats. And the wildcats looked at human settlements and thought, "Interesting. Free buffet. Minimal paperwork." So cats moved in, not because humans captured them and trained them, but because we accidentally created the world's first rodent-themed restaurant. Over time, cats that tolerated humans had an advantage. They got closer to food. They survived. They reproduced. Eventually, cats became part of human life. But cats were never fully reshaped into obedience machines. They remained independent hunters. Their communication stayed cat-like. Their social behavior stayed cat-like. And that is why your cat does not look at you the same way a dog does. A dog may see you as a leader, a partner, or the emotional center of the universe. A cat sees you as something else, something useful, something familiar, something socially important, something that definitely should have filled the bowl 37 seconds ago. This is where the giant cat idea comes in. Cat behavior researcher John Bradshaw has argued that cats often use the same social behaviors with humans that they use with other cats. That does not mean your cat literally believes you are a cat. Your cat is not thinking, "Ah yes, a fellow feline, just tragically bald and financially unstable." But behaviorally, cats often interact with us using cat-to-cat signals. And that tells us something fascinating. When your cat rubs against your legs, that is not random. Cats rub against each other to exchange scent and reinforce social bonds. So when your cat whines around your ankles while you are trying to carry coffee across the kitchen, it may be saying, "You are part of my group." It may also be saying, "Trip and die, but lovingly." When your cat raises its tail straight up as it approaches you, that is a friendly greeting. In cat language, an upright tail often means comfort, confidence, and social interest. Your cat is basically saying, "Hello, familiar creature. I acknowledge your continued existence." Which, from a cat, is practically a handwritten love letter. When your cat headbutts you, or bumps its face into your hand, that is called bunting. Cats have scent glands around their face. When they rub their face on you, they leave scent behind. To humans, that sounds strange. To cats, it is social bonding. To your furniture, it is apparently mandatory. Your cat is not just being cute. Your cat is marking you as familiar, safe, included, part of the territory, part of the social circle. Basically, your cat is saying, "This large creature belongs here," which is beautiful. also slightly possessive, but mostly beautiful. Then there is kneading, when your cat presses its paws into a blanket, pillow, or your stomach with the seriousness of a tiny baker. That behavior goes back to kittenhood. Kittens knead their mother while nursing. In adult cats, kneading is often linked with comfort, relaxation, and security. So when your cat needs you, it may mean your cat feels safe, loved, relaxed, emotionally at home. It may also mean your abdomen has been selected for biscuit production. Congratulations, you are a bakery now. The point is this: your cat uses deeply feline behaviors with you: rubbing, bunting, tail greetings, kneading, sleeping nearby, grooming attempts, slow blinking. These are not owner and pet behaviors in the way humans imagine them. They are social behaviors, cat behaviors. Which means your cat may see you less as a boss and more as a social companion who happens to be very tall and bad at catching moths. Now, this does not mean your cat thinks you are exactly the same as another cat. Cats are not stupid. Your cat knows you are different. You smell different. You move differently. You make strange noises. You change clothes. You shower voluntarily, which from your cat's perspective is probably evidence of a serious psychological issue. But your cat may not categorize you in a human-centered way. It probably does not think, "This is my owner." It probably thinks in terms of relationship, territory, routine, safety, and resources. You are the creature who feeds them, opens doors, provides warmth, moves too much during sleep, keeps trying to kiss them on the head, even though they have clearly filed several complaints. And over time, your cat builds a very specific picture of you. Cats learn your patterns. They know when you wake up. They know when you usually feed them. They know the difference between a normal cabinet and the sacred cabinet, the treat cabinet. Your cat may be asleep in another dimension and still materialize in the kitchen when the treat bag moves 1 inch. That is not magic. That is observation. Cats are constantly reading their environment. They learn which actions lead to outcomes. They learn which sounds matter. They learn your schedule. They learn your weaknesses, especially your weaknesses. If your cat meows at 5 hours in the morning and you get up to feed them, congratulations. You have just been trained, not the cat, you. Cats are very good at cause and effect. If knocking something off the table gets your attention, that is now communication. If staring at you silently from 2 feet away makes you uncomfortable enough to get up, that is strategy. If meowing in a specific tone makes you follow them into the kitchen, that is a business model. Your cat does not need words. Your cat has behavioral management, and you are the department. This is part of how your cat sees you. You are not just a person. You are a pattern, a routine, a source of predictable outcomes. Your cat knows when you are about to leave. They know when you are about to go to bed. They know when you are pretending not to see them asking for food. And yes, they know when you are emotionally vulnerable. Cats may not understand human emotions the way humans do, but they recognize patterns in our behavior. They notice tone of voice, body posture, routine changes, facial expressions, energy. If you are stressed, your cat may become more alert. If you are sad, your cat may stay closer. If you are angry or loud, your cat may avoid you. Not because your cat is diagnosing your emotional state like a tiny therapist with whiskers, but because cats are sensitive to environmental change, and you are a major part of their environment. To a cat, safety is everything. Cats are predators, but also small enough to be vulnerable. They are both hunters and potential prey. That means cats are wired to pay attention. They watch movement, listen for sound, map territory, track routine. Notice when something is out of place. This is why a cat can ignore a brand new expensive cat bed for 6 weeks, but immediately inspect a grocery bag like it contains classified information. Their world is built around familiarity and change. So how does your cat see you? As part of the known world, part of the safety system, a creature whose behavior matters, a creature who can make the territory feel safe or chaotic. This is why consistency matters. Feeding routines, gentle handling, predictable interactions, respecting boundaries. These things shape how your cat sees you. If you are calm and consistent, your cat may see you as safe. If you grab, chase, yell, or force affection, your cat may see you as unpredictable. And cats do not love unpredictable. Cats enjoy control. They enjoy choice. They enjoy deciding when interaction begins and ends. Basically, cats want a relationship with boundaries, which is very mature for someone who drinks out of a toilet if given the chance. Now let's talk about attachment. For years, people repeated the idea that cats are aloof, cold, and barely attached to humans. The stereotype was simple. Dogs love you. Cats tolerate you. Dogs are loyal. Cats are independent. Dogs miss you. Cats only miss the food. But that stereotype is too simple. Research has shown cats can form real attachment bonds with humans. In studies where cats were separated from caregivers and reunited, many cats showed signs of secure attachment. That means they used their human as a source of safety. They were calmer when the person returned. They explored more confidently. So yes, your cat can be attached to you. Your cat may feel safer when you are around. They may seek you out when nervous. They may sleep near you because your presence is comforting. They may follow you because they want proximity. Not constant attention. Not always cuddling. Just proximity, which is extremely cat. They want to be near you, but not necessarily touched by you. They want your presence, but not your nonsense. This is why a cat may sit just out of reach. Humans take this personally. We think, why won't you sit on me? But the cat may think, I am sitting near you. This is the relationship. And honestly, for a cat, that can be a big deal. Cats are not always dramatic with affection. A cat's affection is often quieter, more subtle, more suspiciously dignified. A slow blink, a tail-up greeting, a soft chirp, sitting beside you, sleeping near your feet, following you into the bathroom, which is less romantic, but apparently legally required. One fascinating way cats communicate with humans is through eye contact. In the animal world, direct staring can be threatening. Cats use staring in many ways. Sometimes curiosity, sometimes alertness, sometimes suspicion, sometimes a silent demand for dinner even though dinner happened 9 minutes ago. But slow blinking is different. When a cat slowly closes and opens its eyes around you, it is often a sign of comfort and trust. Cats do not fully close their eyes around things they consider dangerous, so a slow blink can be a peaceful signal, a tiny truce, a quiet, I am comfortable with you. If you want to speak a little cat, try this. Look at your cat softly. Do not stare like you just found them reading your diary. Relax your face. Slowly close your eyes, then slowly open them. If your cat blinks back, congratulations. You have just had a conversation. A very small conversation, but still better than most group chats. Of course, if your cat just stares at you without blinking, do not panic. That may also be communication. It may mean curiosity, expectation, or you are late, because cats also use staring to control humans, and it works. A cat staring at you silently from across the room has more psychological pressure than most corporate emails. This is especially true with meowing. Adult cats do not meow at each other constantly in the same way they meow at humans. With humans, cats often meow more. Why? Because we respond. Humans are very easy to manipulate with sound. A cat meows, and we immediately become customer service. Hello, yes, how can I help you? Is it food, door, existential crisis? Cats may develop specific meows for specific humans. Some cats have a food meow, a door meow, a complaint meow, a you are in my chair meow, a mysterious hallway meow at 2:13 in the morning that summons ancient forces. Over time, your cat may create a custom communication system with you. Not because your cat sees you as a human in the way we define humans, but because your cat sees you as a social creature that can be trained through repetition. Again, the cat is not your pet. You are its ongoing research project. Now let's talk about the funniest part. If your cat sees you as a large social partner, possibly a giant weird cat, then your cat probably thinks you are very bad at being a cat. You do not hunt properly. You go to stores and return with food already dead, wrapped in plastic, with labels on it. Suspicious. You do not groom yourself correctly. You stand in falling water, which is alarming. You sleep at night when the house is finally interesting. You do not fit in boxes. You cannot jump onto narrow shelves. You make loud emotional noises at glowing rectangles. You bring home objects and get upset when the cat tests gravity on them. From your cat's point of view, you are a strange roommate with many flaws. But you are useful, you are warm, you are familiar, you are part of the territory, and sometimes emotionally important. This is where the cats only tolerate us idea needs nuance. Yes, cats are independent. Yes, many cats are selective. Yes, your cat may walk away while you are mid-sentence like your TED Talk has been rejected. But independence does not mean lack of attachment. A cat can love you and still want control. A cat can be bonded to you and still need space. A cat can miss you and still pretend not to when you come home. Cats do not perform affection the way humans expect. They show it in cat language. Many owners miss it because they are waiting for dog language. A dog may say, "I love you" by jumping, licking, wagging, and acting like your return from the mailbox is a resurrection event. A cat may say, "I love you" by sleeping with its back turned toward you, which sounds insulting until you understand what it means. If a cat turns its back to you while resting, it may actually trust you. It does not feel the need to watch you constantly. It is comfortable enough to relax. So yes, your cat ignoring you might not always be rejection. Sometimes it is trust. Annoying, quiet, emotionally unavailable trust, but trust. When your cat sleeps near you, that is also meaningful. Sleep is vulnerable. Cats choose safe places to rest. So if your cat sleeps beside you, on your bed, near your feet, or directly on your ribcage like a furry weighted blanket with legal authority, that says something. It means your presence is part of their safety. You are not just the food dispenser. You are part of the secure environment. Even the bathroom following has meaning. Cats may follow humans for curiosity, routine, attention, separation, discomfort, or water from the forbidden sink. But it may also be social. Your cat wants to know where you are. You are part of its territory map. When you vanish behind a closed door, that is unacceptable. From your cat's perspective, closed doors are one of humanity's greatest moral failures. So what does your cat actually think you are? Based on behavior, your cat probably sees you as a combination of things. First, a social companion. Second, a resource provider. You control food, water, doors, toys, warmth, and access. Third, part of the territory. Your smell, routines, furniture, voice, and movement are woven into your cat's map of home. Fourth, a secure base. For many cats, a trusted human makes the environment feel safer. And fifth, possibly a large, strange, not very skilled cat-like creature who has somehow survived despite many obvious disadvantages. This is both humbling and beautiful. Your cat may not see you as owner, but that does not make the bond weaker. It may actually make it more interesting, because your relationship with your cat is not based on command. It is based on trust, routine, choice, shared space, communication, and tiny daily negotiations over who owns the chair. Spoiler, it is the cat. The chair was always the cat's. You were leasing it emotionally. This is why cat love can feel so rewarding. You do not get it automatically. You earn it, not by dominating, not by forcing affection, not by acting like the boss, but by becoming safe, predictable, respectful, useful, and warm, very warm. Your cat does not need you to be perfect, clearly. It has seen you try to assemble furniture, it knows. But your cat does need you to understand its language. Slow blinking means trust. Tail up means greeting. Rubbing means bonding. Kneading means comfort. Sleeping near you means safety. Following you means interest. Meowing means communication. And ignoring you may simply mean your cat is comfortable enough not to perform. Which is rude, but emotionally significant. So the next time your cat stares at you from across the room, do not assume it is judging you. It might be, but it may also be studying you, reading your mood, waiting for a signal, expecting a routine, or simply sharing space with a creature it has accepted into its world. And that is the real answer. Your cat probably does not see you as a master. It probably does not see you as a parent in the exact way humans imagine. And it probably does not see you as a god, despite requiring offerings at dawn. Your cat sees you as something stranger, a familiar giant, a social partner, a provider, a territory mate, a warm, clumsy, emotionally reactive creature who cannot hunt, cannot groom properly, and somehow still deserves affection. At least on most days. So no, your cat may not think you are its owner. Your cat may think you are a weird giant roommate with opposable thumbs and snack access. But in the strange little world your cat has built, you matter. You are part of the map, part of the routine, part of the comfort, part of the home. And maybe that is better than being an owner, Because ownership is something humans invented. Trust is something cats choose. And if your cat has chosen you, even quietly, even weirdly, even while sitting just far enough away that you cannot touch them, that is not indifference. That is cat love. Your cat loves you. They just do not want you getting arrogant.